Hello there YouTube, this is Primate from Space giving you guys another Wi-Fi battle for you guys today, and today is going to be against Hunter for an OU Wi-Fi battle. And this time guys, I will be using a brand new team. It's a little bit of balance of I guess defensive, offensive core. It's a balanced team. We do have an assault vest Raikou to take any special hits, as well as Rocky helmet, rough skin guard chump, defensive guard chump with enough speed to speed creep a couple of mons like Bisharp and Breloom. So it's a little bit of mix of defensive and offense there. And we do also have a more special defensive Scizor. It's a mega Scizor, but it also have enough physical offensive EVs to deliver some punches anyway. So but we got the three main players, three main offensive players. We have the Hawlucha, Weavile, and Starmie. Starmie's there for the rapid spin and also deliver some offensive pressure, and this is gonna be good times. But I'm not sure it's been featured that well into this match though, but I don't remember, but we'll see. But we do have Weavile and Hawlucha as the main offensive players. But if you do enjoy this Wi-Fi battle, don't forget to leave a like below. Let me know if you guys want to see some more Wi-Fi battles, and without further ado, let's get on with this shit. But do you see his looks right there? I can't believe I forgot about it. He has a luxury on this team. But let's go ahead. Looking at his team, I decided that the best lead would be definitely the Raikou. It does have a better matchup against a lot of his team, so I didn't mind leading with it. It can volt switch against pretty much almost anything, and if he goes into Gliscor, you get a free HP ice on this bitch. So, but he does lead with the Luxray, which kind of gets me a little bit intimidated. But speaking of intimidate, that's what Luxray has. I was surprised a little bit because I guess in one hand I do understand he has an Intimidator, and also I was kind of surprised that I initially expected him to be Guts to deliver some heavy damages, I guess, for him to be a wall breaker. I guess that's what I expected him to be, but he was intimidated on the other hand. So I decided to volt switch out into Guard Jump to take any hit that he wants to do. If he predicted the first hit, predicting him to be Guts, but he did predict the fuck out of me though. And he went for the Ice Fang, and I got heavily punched and then some more. That was really well played on this part. I'm pretty much frozen solid on this, but at the same time I still got that Rocky helmet, rough skin damage, and also he is revealed to have Life Orb. I'm okay with this, I guess, to an extent, because for one, it will definitely knock out the Luxury after all that recoil, especially including his Life Orb. So however, the unfortunate part is that I am unable to go for Stealth Rocks, which is the reason I sort of hard switched out into Guard Chump to begin with, so that I can get the Stealth Rocks, limiting his chances, his opportunities to go into Cure and Black, which was the one mon that I was fearing the most. It was probably one of the biggest threats to my team, so I wanted to get out the rocks, but unfortunately, since I was frozen, there was nothing I could do about it. I had to just sack it off, kill off the Luxray or anything else that he wanted to switch into, and just let it go so I can get a clean switch and try to figure out what I can do. But it does go into Jirachi. I go Shadow Ball it to figure out how much it would do, and I didn't really. I was disappointed about that damage, but he does go for Doom Desire, which I really didn't mind. I'm an electric type. I can resist it. I don't really mind that at all. I was kind of curious just to see how much it would do anyway, just for future reference. But he does have Wish. I guess expecting him to have Protect Wish. He does go for the next turn to survive this turn, which is okay with me. I was gonna Volt Switch anyway out. It would kill the Jirachi, but you know, he protects, man. It's good. But then the end of the Protect turn, he does go and get that Doom Desire after 2 turns there, but it does literally 0. I don't really care about that. It's the least of my worries. So I decided to go now into Volt Switch out into Scizor. If he stays in, I can pursue trap the fuck out of him with the Mega Scizor, but unfortunately that's not how things gonna go for a little bit. It's really not necessarily a bad thing, but I go into Scizor. I was hoping that he was going to stay in, but he doesn't, and his 4th move, actually, Wish Protect and Doom Desire, and then he has U-Turn as his 4th move. I was kind of surprised about that. I expected him to have Moonblast since this Jirachi was shiny, so I expected to have Moonblast there as an event Jirachi, but he doesn't. So he has a U-Turn instead, which is pretty good for him because he can actually have the momentum. But he does go in Gliscor. I'm not going to stay in. I'm not going to try to go ahead and Mega Evolve U-Turn out. Maybe that was a mistake on my end, but I know it's going to outspeed, I guess, to an extent. But at the same time, I was more invested in special defense, so that's why I decided to switch out. But he does set up the Swords Dance as I switch into the Hawlucha, set up the sub next turn, and trying to figure out what he was going to do. I did not want to just Swords Dance right away, predicting him to only have Earthquake, expecting him to have like Toxic Protect something on this Gliscor like most standard Gliscors do. But he does have Thunderfang, which was definitely beneficial for me, as I can now switch into Raikou. I guess I was trying to expect him to go for Thunderfang, but he makes the better play and go for the Ice Fang, gets that +2 from the Swords Dance damage onto my Raikou, which was pretty, well, it was kind of crucial because Raikou was supposed to be there to defend against any special attackers, but I go for the HP Ice to knock out that Glue Score, which was pretty good on my end because that's one less threat gone. I can freely Volt Switch now, now that the Glue Score is gone. So he goes into Kyurem. I decided to switch on to Raikou, try to preserve it for any future needs. I can HP Ice, Shadow Ball, the Latios, and also Thunderbolt the possible Azumarill there. So I decided to switch out into Hawlucha, expecting him to go for Outrage. So my main intention was to sack off this Hawlucha. However, he decides to go for the Dragon Claw instead, which doesn't kill me and it gets me in range of a Citrus Berry activation, which activates my Unburden boost, and I can go and this time, instead of just going for straight high jump kick, I decided to go into the substitute in case he wanted to switch out into Azumarill and Latios to take a hit, more specifically Azumarill, so that he can possibly retaliate with the Aqua Jet. So I wanted to sub in case he did that, but he didn't do it, and he went for Dragon Claw, which was pretty cool on this part. I can go and just decide to go fuck it, high jump kick next turn, trying to knock out the Kyurem, because if he stays in, which he did stay in, that was the one big threat gone. He goes into Latios Mega Evolution. I did not want to switch out because I would rather sack off this Hawlucha, deal some damage on this Latios in case he decided to Dragon Dance off, which he exactly does here. So I guess he was expecting me to switch out, but nope, that's not the case, man. So I decided to go for the Acrobatics one more time, get some damage off on this Latios, which will be able to knock it out. And at the same time, it was a very huge risk on his part because I was able to knock it out, and I don't know why he would take that risk. I thought he had the Aqua Jet Azumarill. So, but the fact of the matter is that Mega Latios was the Pokemon he switched into first. So I had no clue unless he didn't have Aqua Jet and Azumarill. And if that was the case, then I suggest you do have Aqua Jet and Azumarill for anybody else that's planning on using Azumarill in the near future in the audio metagame. So, but he decided to go into Azumarill. I decided to deal as much damage as possible before he knocked me out with the Ice Punch there. I go to the Raikou here, and at this point I can freely go for the T-Bolt, knock pretty much anything out. Just decide to switch out to anything else, I can just T-Bolt that whatever comes in. So I get to knock out the Azumarill. My Hawlucha was able to put in some work, which I was pretty happy about. So I was like, hey man, you're putting in the work there, man. So he decides to go and protect. I don't know why. He didn't have leftovers as far as I recall from the previous turns that he had Jirachi out, which is whatever. I can just Shadow Ball away if he wants to switch out, whatever. That's a free Shadow Ball for me. So I can Shadow Ball this Jirachi here, and I believe that was a game actually. I don't think he had any more mods. I don't know, but that was a really good game, Hunter, man. The two most crucial mistakes that he had made was the gutsy move from him Mega Evolving with Dragon Dance, trying to scare me out and switch out my Hawlucha, but there was no reason for me to do that in case he wanted to do that. I had no clue. I would if I was on his shoes at that moment of the turn that my Hawlucha was there and the Latios was there, I would have just side shocked or just knocked off the Hawlucha right away, because I wouldn't have taken that risk anyway, because Hawlucha was the biggest threat to was a very huge threat to his team. But at the same time, I didn't even know why Azumarill didn't come out instead of Latios. But the conclusion I'm assuming was that he didn't have Aqua Jet, but that's another thing. You don't have Aqua Jet on the Azumarill, and that's the #1 thing I gotta tell you guys. You gotta have Aqua Jet on that thing in case something like that happens and people want to set up on you that have somewhat low HP in range of being knocked out by an Aqua Jet. That's what the Aqua Jet is there for, the Azumarill. But other than that, really good game, Hunter. If you do enjoy these Wi-Fi battle, guys, don't forget to leave a like below. Let me know if you guys want to see some more, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace.